Hey everyone! In this video, we're going to look at mass media and how it affects our everyday lives. It's all around us, from TV and radio to newspapers and the internet, and it shapes the way we get information, learn, and communicate. In this video, we'll talk about what mass media is, TV, radio, and their pros and cons, newspapers, magazines, and the press, the internet and how it changed our lives, and a real-life example of mass media in action. Maybe we can imagine our life without newspapers and magazines, but we cannot imagine our life without radio, television, and the internet. These media reach a very large audience and are therefore called mass media. First of all, they serve as sources of information. We can learn about the world around us, important events, new technologies, and inventions. They have several principal functions: to inform, to educate, to entertain, to influence, to advertise.
Television. Pros of television. There is a wide choice of TV channels, so everyone can choose what they want to see. It broadcasts 24 hours a day. It provides different programs, documentary programs. They take us to places we would never have a chance to see and experience. Political news, foreign or home news. Most people follow national and world news regularly to be well informed. In the case of catastrophes, such as earthquakes or terrorist attacks, many channels broadcast breaking news. Economic news. Discussions about current affairs. Interviews with prominent people. Sports programs, live streams or recorded footage. Talk shows. Soap operas, never-ending stories about people's lives. They are dramatic, exciting, and sometimes hard to believe. Series have several seasons, and each season has a few episodes. The same characters appear in different situations. Fairy tales and bedtime stories for children. Cooking shows. Reality TV shows. TV contests, quizzes, and travel programs are very popular too. Foreign language films on Slovak TV channels are mostly dubbed or sometimes subtitled. There are commercial stations, such as TV Markiza and TV Joy, and a public television, Slovak television. Dangers of watching TV. TV addicts are known as couch potatoes, people who spend too much time watching TV. This can cause health problems, eyesight damage, backache, headaches. Excessive watching reduces time for doing sports, developing hobbies, and reading books. Overeating in front of the TV. People often eat unhealthy snacks while watching, which can lead to obesity. TV is sometimes used by parents as an electronic babysitter for their children, resulting in a lack of communication among family members. Inappropriate programs can have a negative impact on children. These programs are often full of violence, blood, and weapons. Children are not able to distinguish between reality and fiction, which can cause mental problems and aggression. TV commercials are annoying and intrusive because they interrupt the program.
Quiz time, Part 1. What are mass media and what are their main functions? List at least 3 advantages of television. What types of programs can you watch on TV? Give at least 5 examples. What is a soap opera and why is it popular? Explain what a TV series is and its structure. What are the dangers of watching too much television? What does the term couch potatoes mean? How can TV affect children's development and family communication? How are foreign films usually shown on Slovak TV channels? Give examples of programs that broadcast breaking news. Why is television losing its position among mass media?
Press, print media. Printed media compete with electronic media. Nevertheless, most people in our country still buy a daily, weekly, or monthly newspaper. They read it while having breakfast, at the bus stop, or while traveling by bus, train, or tram. The newspapers can be divided into 1. The quality newspapers, serious press, broadsheets. 2. The popular newspapers, tabloids. 3. Local newspapers. 4. Magazines.
We can first take a deeper look at broadsheets, also known as the quality press. The information here should be accurate, serious, and objective. The front page has the main political news and a leading article with a picture. The next pages show home news, foreign news, culture, and economic news. Other pages have TV guides, cartoons, competitions, sports results, and some advertisements. Famous British newspapers, The Times, The Daily Telegraph, The Guardian. Famous Slovak newspapers, SME, Pravda, Hospodarskie Noviny. In contrast to broadsheets, tabloids focus more on entertainment and sensational stories. Tabloids try to attract readers with detailed crime stories, scandals, misfortunes, gossip about well-known people. The headlines are large, and the articles are short and not very serious. They cannot always be trusted and contain many big pictures. A lot of space is devoted to advertising. Famous British tabloids include The Mirror and The Sun. Best-selling Slovak tabloids are Plus on Den and Novi Čas. Besides national newspapers, many people also read local newspapers to stay informed about events in their region. Local newspapers focus on a certain region of the country. They report on local events and interests that happened in the region during the past week. Examples of Slovak local newspapers: Mi Orava, Nasza Orava, Oravska. Apart from newspapers, people also enjoy reading magazines that focus on different hobbies and interests. There are many types of magazines: women's magazines, teenage magazines, children's magazines, computer magazines, comics, sports magazines, music magazines, and more. Magazines are published weekly, fortnightly, every 2 weeks, or monthly. Disadvantages of reading newspapers. They contain a lot of advertisements. The print is small. They are more expensive than news on the internet.
Quiz time. Part 2. Name the 4 main types of printed media. What are broadsheets, and what kind of information can you find in them? Name some famous British and Slovak quality newspapers. What is a tabloid, and how does it try to attract readers? What are the typical features of tabloids? Name some famous British and Slovak tabloids. What is the focus of local newspapers? Give examples of Slovak local newspapers. What types of magazines exist? Give at least 5 examples. How often are magazines published? List some disadvantages of reading newspapers compared to the internet. Radio.
Compared to TV, radio has several advantages. You can listen to it almost anywhere, in your car, at work, or at home, and it's free. Most people switch on the radio immediately after waking up to hear the time signal, the morning news, press reviews, weather forecasts, and, of course, music. Radio also keeps listeners informed about accidents on the roads, traffic jams, tailbacks, diversions, and speed radars, which is especially useful for drivers. In Slovakia, there are many radio stations, and they can generally be divided into two groups. The first group includes state or non-commercial stations, such as Radio Slovensko, Radio Devin, and Radio Radina. The second group consists of private or commercial stations, for example, Fun Radio, Radio Europa 2, and Radio Express.
Quiz time, Part 3.
1. What are the main advantages of radio compared to TV? 2. When do most people switch on the radio and why? 3. Name at least 3 things people can hear on the radio in the morning. 4. How are radio stations divided in Slovakia? Give examples of state and private stations. The Internet. The Internet has changed the way we study, work, have fun, and communicate. We no longer need encyclopedias or dictionaries to find information. The Internet is a global network that allows people to share information and communicate with each other. Functions of the Internet. Informative. We can find news and information quickly. Educational. We can learn and study online. Entertaining. We can watch videos, play games, or listen to music. News is updated throughout the day. Almost every user has their own email account, and we can send messages, chat, or communicate in real time. The Internet is used for both work and entertainment. History. The Internet began in 1969 as a military research project. Later, it expanded for educational and public use. In the 1980s, people began to call it the Internet. Pros, advantages of the Internet. Fast and convenient. It provides immediate access to up-to-date information. Almost everything is available online. Distance learning, especially useful during pandemics. Unlimited communication. It allows constant contact with people via social networking sites such as Instagram, TikTok, and X. The Internet can also replace traditional TV and radio.
Online services that users can use. Online shopping. It is often cheaper and more convenient than shopping in physical stores. Booking services, such as booking hotels, flights, concert tickets, or holidays. Internet banking, managing your money and making transfers easily. Information, finding and downloading all kinds of information. Communication, sending emails and documents. News, reading newspapers and news online. Social and dating apps, meeting new people or finding a partner. Disadvantages of the Internet. Unreliable information, fake news, and hoaxes. Not all sources are trustworthy. Computer viruses. They can harm your computer. Internet safety risks. Personal and financial data may be stolen. Social isolation. Spending too much time online can reduce communication with family and friends and limit face-to-face interaction. Internet addiction. Too much screen time can lead to health problems, such as poor eyesight and back problems. Unhealthy habits, for example, spending too much time sitting at the computer or eating while using devices. Online violence and cyberbullying. fake influencers, and unrealistic online role models.
One example of the importance of mass media is Jan Kuciak, an investigative journalist from Slovakia. He wrote reports about corruption, fraud, and connections between politicians and businesses. In 2018, he and his fiancée, Martina Kushnirova, were murdered because of his investigative work. His story shows how important mass media is in informing the public and helping keep society honest. Quiz time, Part 4. 1. What are the main functions of the Internet and its uses? 2. Give 3 examples of online services that people can use via the Internet. 3. What are the main disadvantages or dangers of the Internet? 4. When did the Internet begin and what was its original purpose? 5. Who was Jan Kuciak and what did he investigate? 6. Why were Jan Kuciak and his fiancée killed? 7. What does his work show about the role of mass media in society? So that's a look at mass media, from TV and radio to newspapers, magazines, and the Internet. Remember, mass media can shape our thoughts and decisions, so always think critically, question what you see, and use media to learn, grow, and make the world a better place. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Share it with your friends if you found it useful, and let us know in the comments which type of media you use the most. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.